masa uni, kan nak ambil exam, orang lain tulis pakai pen. I dapat exemption. Tulis pakai pencil dekat university lah. Masa I buat double degree I. Sebab bila I tulis, kalau ada tersalah, kalau I tulis pakai pen, I akan scrape all and I can rewrite every single thing from the start on top of the page. So it was bad.
Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Tenang is Good podcast brought to you by Kam. I'm your host today, Mimifly. Well, podcast ni kita cerita pasal mental health issues, kita cerita pasal macam mana kita navigate kita punya unique life experiences, macam mana kita deal dengan cabaran-cabaran hidup. And bersama Mimi today adalah guest-guest yang
awesome,
cantik,
so quiet,
popek, semua
tengah menunggu untuk keluar suara tu
yang tak kam.
So today topik kita nak cerita pasal perfectionism. Is it a strength? Is it a weakness? Okay, sekarang at least kan kita explain dah dulu kan. Apa tu being perfectionist tu, apa maksudnya tu. So being perfectionist ni guys, dia macam this dia ada tendency untuk buat sesuatu yang kadang-kadang tu unrealistic standard. Okay, and sometimes dia bawa kita rasa fear of making mistake, and then also fear of macam kita fall short, and also bila kita jadi perfectionist ni, kalau dia couple dengan other mental health issues, kita akan rasa sangat-sangat stress, sangat-sangat unworthy, sangat-sangat rasa macam tak complete lah. Rasa macam kita akan dapat kepuasan hidup sebenar. So ini kita tanya Nana.
Yeah.
Have you ever been?
Dia tanya aku dulu.
Have you ever been a perfectionist
I
growing
am
up?
a perfectionist throughout my life. Like it is actually really bad. I mean, to me, it is a pro sometimes.
Right.
Bila buat kerja tu dia macam aku sangat teliti tau. Tapi kan bila dah macam at the end result tu dia macam bukan up to my standard, I tak nak post langsung, I tak nak attend langsung, I macam give up. Faham tak? Which is like sometimes dalam bahasa Melayu pasal meresakkan. Dia meresakkan aku.
How about you? Kan?
Okay, for me
Wait. Kita tak introduce dulu.
kenapa lupa?
You lah lupa dulu.
Memperkenalkan
Nana Muhammad, fitness advocate,
Hi.
sound healing.
Bukan sound healing. I do energy healing. I'm more
Energy
towards wellness now.
Holistic nutrition.
Sebab kita dah tua kan. Kita ni
I
orang
didn't say that.
muda.
I didn't
Jadi
say that.
macam bila kita nak buat macam like yang
betul.
aku dah tak larat. Jadi sekarang dia macam
Zen.
zen.
That's
All
why
the
you're my
negative
friend.
energy go away.
Yes. Kita ada Thanuja. Thanuja
Hi.
is our host. I call her Miss Malaysia. Forever my Miss Malaysia.
It's the legs,
She's so
ladies.
tall,
It's the
guys.
legs.
It's the legs.
Love this girl.
I hate her height. Jam kaki.
Aku juga
And then kita ada Genervie Kam, music director. Toke Laksa.
Laksa.
Well, okay, so all these guests is very purpose-driven entrepreneur lah. We have dia punya rambut pun kita tengok lah. Rambut dia cantik macam ni.
Kibas sikit.
Flip sis, flip it.
Rambut pun perfect.
Okay, let's go back to the topic.
Perfectionism.
Yes. How about you, Thanuja?
Okay, for me, sis, kita ni Virgo.
Right.
So, you don't need to say. I mean, we're super meticulous, we're super perfectionist. Like Nana cakap, memang susah nak hidup. Susah nak hidup dalam dunia tipu-tipu ni.
We are real people, sis.
Yes, we are real
do
people,
not
sis.
hide our
So,
realness.
yes, betul. So, I have, I wouldn't say struggle, but it's been a challenge in a sense. Sebab dari kecil ni memang I sangat meticulous. Kalau nak buat benda tu, sangat teliti. And then macam ni lah, tak nak post, it's not good enough. It's never good enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's never good enough. Tapi as I grow older now, semakin tua, naturally, you know. Yeah, naturally we all do. I feel like macam better to have
progress
Yeah.
than perfectionism.
Right.
Better to have progress than being flawless, doing anything at all. Without imperfections, akan ada kat sini.
True.
You know, without imperfections, the world wouldn't go round. Contohlah, you bayangkan dalam hutan ada, okay, we take this analogy ya, kita ambil analogi ni. Dalam hutan ada burung-burung. Bayangkan hanya burung-burung yang boleh menyanyi dengan sungguh best. Ya, perfect pitch tu hanya diorang yang nyanyi. Macam mana? Boring. Mesti boring if they're the best ones only singing in the woods, right? It'll be so boring, it'll be so silent. Then yang kotak tu semua. Kalau tak ada bunyi-bunyi tu, I think it doesn't make so that I think I've used it as my life analogy, like you can't be perfect, you know, unless it's meticulous perfectionism, it's positive perfectionism, then it's okay. Tapi jangan sampai it hinders you from doing apa you nak.
The reason why I call
Shut up.
Because Genervie Kam is one of the best music producers I've ever known. She has been producing music. Also macam bila buat live performance, she's been the one yang macam taking care of the whole band.
Yeah.
And at some point mesti ada perfectionism punya trait because music kan you will always have to be on the beat, like it has to be
Kalau dia
right.
dapat aku memang tak boleh.
Right. So how do you feel when it comes to being perfectionist ni?
I think when it comes to delivery, you have to have that perfectionist syndrome to a certain point. I mean, if you're going to build an aircraft, you want a perfectionist to build it. You don't want somebody that's going to stick just wings on aeroplane, right? Right. So same as our craft, but when it comes to dominating our life decision, then that is going to be a problem.
Right. That is so true.
So yeah, so for me, perfectionist, I used to be a perfectionist, but I think I have toned down through the years because I mean, what's perfect to you may not be what's perfect to me. So I learned the concept of reda, you know, like just really surrendering and
It's
I have
reda.
Chinese lah, sorry ya. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Perfectionist problem, see? Redo. You just learn to surrender and trust the process rather than chasing after the perfection.
True. In my case, as a performer, so when I visualize something in my mind, right? So that's how it started, kan? Because you've seen it in your head. Now you want to realize that, you want to make it a reality. So when you're not putting perfectionist, mesti ada perfectionist tu sikit. Because to get the result that you want, usually you would need macam like a system of how to get there, kan? So this is when we have to develop like a system. So that's how the perfectionist come for me. Not only that, I dah start develop perangai yang macam tak boleh accept imperfection I tu. Like I cannot embrace my mistake. Macam I tak boleh pula nak makan. Itu dah sampai detrimental lah to mental health.
And I think juga depends kan, if there's such thing as, memang ada such thing as positive perfectionism. You know, when it comes to mental health, physical health, spiritual health, you know, maybe you would relate as well with me in that sense. If it's positive, then it's okay. You know, but I think it's when it interferes with our life and the way we feel sampai kita rasa macam terlalu negative and it starts affecting our everyday. You know, kita buat apa, alamak, I need to do this. No, it has to be done this way. If not, I'm not happy. Sometimes just forget about that and just
controlling
do it.
Lah kan?
Sometimes just do it, you know.
I cannot. Okay, that part is a bit hard for me because growing up, right, I've been trained to do things on a certain way up to biasanya our parents then in my case is my mom, and my mom, she's like to the T.
Exactly.
Dia kalau jenis yang macam masak laksa Johor, bawang atau benda semua tu macam dia jenis yang macam senipis kulit bawang. Kalau tak nak masak with her, because we will just like, you know, macam
argue which is better
lah, because like macam this is my version of perfect, but that's her version of perfect, which is like subject times 100. And then bila I tak boleh nak match dia punya tu, nanti I down. Benda tu macam I adapt, dia jadi macam kemas rumah, basuh toilet, like macam ada ke orang cuci toilet pakai berus gigi kat celah-celah? Tak, tapi aku buat macam tu. So bila aku hire cleaner tu tak buat macam tu, aku marah. I pay you 150 ringgit.
When you can't do,
Exactly.
now you're becoming your mom.
Yeah.
Then I end up doing myself. That's why this is me. And then it macam transferred to my work.
Right.
Bila I edit video ke, bila I train people ke, when I do something, I expect people to execute the thing as how I execute it.
Right.
So bila macam orang tak boleh, nanti I akan rensek dengan diri I dan I
Right.
akan rensek dengan, tapi I takkan marah dia. I
You won't say it.
I akan cakap baik-baik because I'm such a nice boss. But a boss by the way, but but then I would just try to fix everything myself.
Feeling, yeah.
And lepas tu aku tak ada masa untuk diri sendiri dan I got burnt out, I got anxiety,
Yeah.
I akan depress sendiri.
Right.
And then I akan reshoot benda tu sendiri, aku
Right.
akan buat sendiri. So and then I macam like, so what's the point?
Right.
Yeah, this is the macam it's already spilled over onto
Yeah.
people kan. So you cannot do that lah. We cannot do
Yes.
it happens.
Which is really unhealthy for me guys.
Yeah.
Sebab benda tu
Yeah.
macam
So that means this perfectionist thing is do you
In terms
think,
of
do you
work
think
is
you're
nice.
born with it, or do you think
I think it comes from our parents,
I
right?
think
Yeah.
we've been
We
conditioned.
are a
to
product of our
Conditioned.
parents. Yeah.
I think it's
For
a
sure.
condition
For
because
sure.
we've been brought up that way. I
Correct.
guess because we
Yeah.
Asian.
Yeah, we're meticulous.
I think
guys.
as Asian we have this like naturally because we want to make our parents proud.
Yeah.
And our parents jenis yang memang put so much hope on their
Yeah.
kids.
But our
Yeah.
parents also need to teach us that we cannot impose
Yeah.
our
True.
beliefs, our things onto others.
This is something that we learn after, yeah.
Ah,
Maybe
tak
like
boleh, tak
right.
baik.
Tapi kira memang betul because in
Yeah.
the end, as adult, we're gonna suffer because it would just go towards dia akan leak masuk kat dalam kerja kan because the childhood upbringing tu is causing us to feel
Oh ni dah masuk trauma ni, mak papa ni.
Ya betul.
I rasa this is just a condition. They just want the best for us.
They
Right.
do, they do.
Yeah.
of
So it's a good
course.
thing that they want the best for
Yeah.
us. But not knowing the tools to actually or recognize or be aware that you are actually a perfectionist and it's actually detrimental to your health to a
Yeah.
point that you get burnt out easily, you get stressed, your level of stress memang increase memang all the time. So this is what I feel is causing perfectionism to be a weakness. Yeah.
Yeah, berpeluh
I think for us, I think for us kan, I think one thing that we can all relate, we all work in the same industry.
Yeah.
I think something we all have in common here is we work in the same industry, we work
Yeah.
in media.
We understand creative field.
And you know, creative people, I feel generally memang are perfectionists.
Yeah.
You know, because we feel deep, we go deep, like
we spend time.
yeah, we overthink. But you know what? I love the fact that I overthink because I feel people who overthink overlove. And I love that. So, you know, I think it's just finding balance lah kat tengah-tengah tu. You know, my mother always said, as much as she's perfect macam you, like celah-celah kena bersih, she always said, come back to the middle.
Clean my house for me.
You're not like that. I'll be like, this girl.
Come back to the middle, you know. I think at the end of the day, kita balik to tengah-tengah. You know,
Yeah.
we balance it out. Don't be too much here, don't be too much there. I think that's the safest way. That's how I recenter myself. I'm like, okay, kalau nak, I want to post this video, tapi it's not as good as I want it to be. I'm like, post it. It's fine. You're done.
Yeah.
You know, progression over flawlessness. You cannot achieve that, you know, not all the time. So just come back in the middle je lah.
Yeah, I guess if you want to see whether the being perfectionist is good or bad, is the fruits of it. If the fruits come out like with anxiety and depression and what, then I guess that's where you went overboard lah kan.
Then it's negative perfectionism.
Sebab tu kita kena banyak zen sis.
Yes, sis. Betul.
Maksudnya memang kita itu cara dia kita nak find the balance. You still gotta try. You're
Yeah.
still gonna perform your perfectionism.
All our creative people out there, you know what we mean.
Yes, because it's true. To me, kalau macam kita dekat dalam bidang kreatif, this is just expected
Natural lah.
from us.
Very natural.
Because we are macam we're not the only artists there. We have other artists that is actually fighting for the spot to have that one moment in time. You know,
And I
yang
think they're also audience because we think too much about how other people perceive our
Syllabus
work.
and think also kan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we know some other people also is perfectionist. Bila macam tengok macam kenapa benda ni tak tally. Dia punya attachment video tu kenapa macam ada you know, I would think about that. Then macam tak boleh tidur.
I used to suffer a lot from that, you know.
Kan?
But
I understand you.
Lantak korang. Because for me, at the end of the day, their opinion doesn't mean anything to me.
Betul.
Because they do not define my future.
They don't pay your bills, sis.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, who is the one that should have the last say in what you're doing?
It's us. The one yang buat I rasa it becomes really detrimental to mental health is when you have other mental health conditions too. So being a perfectionist, just a perfectionist is actually fine. Talk about it, nah.
Okay, Nana, go.
Go,
Nana, you want to go.
No.
I have OCD.
Yeah.
Okay. I studied psychology. Okay, I punya diploma. I punya degree is psychology basically. So I tak jadi nak jadi psychologist sebab aku depressed bila aku belajar pasal condition orang lain sebab aku pula kena tune lepas tu.
Wow.
Dia macam, do I have this? And then I start analysing myself and I start to observe people. Like when I observe people, I can just sit down and observe. But aku tak ada macam creepy macam.
But you are in your zone lah.
But I'm in my zone, like, you know. So I have OCD. I do not want to go and test it because I know as for a fact that I have it. Okay, cerita sikit pasal sekolah lah kan. So masa uni, kita nak ambil exam, orang lain tulis pakai pen. I dapat exemption. Tulis pakai pencil dekat university lah. Masa I buat double degree I. Sebab bila I tulis, kalau ada tersalah, kalau I tulis pakai pen, I akan scrape all and I can rewrite every single thing from the start on top of the page. So it was bad to a point where I had to go see my lecturer and then I actually asked for exemption and then they actually allow me to write pakai pencil so I can actually padam. Kalau tak, dia macam tak boleh. And kalau macam kertas tu kotor sikit, tulisan aku sengit sikit, aku tak boleh benda tu.
Sampai sekarang?
Sekarang okey lah sebab sekarang bukan exam lagi.
Sekarang
dia
dah
macam,
matang.
Dia macam something yang I kena submit. You faham tak? Something yang other people will read. But if I just like doodle ke my own notes ke, aku tak kisah. Tapi kalau note sekolah, dia kena perfect. Note untuk orang lain, dia kena perfect. Tapi kalau untuk I macam tulis sikit-sikit, okay. I can live with it because I myself alone boleh faham benda tu. My concern was like orang lain tak boleh faham aku. Yeah, so macam, and then like something happened to me when I was younger. Okay lah, cerita sikit lah. So, dulu kan ada sekolah pagi. Itu sekolah agama. So,
that's my
I
life
practically raised myself. Sebab macam my mom kerja dan study, my dad also, right? So, in between aku akan masak, apa benda semua kan. Masak untuk dia sendiri. This we're talking about 9-10 years old. So, macam in between nak pergi ke sekolah agama tu, tunjang kaki tu, kita kena mandi, bersiap-siap apa benda semua kan. Satu hari tu balik, lampu terbuka. Aku macam, tadi mandi lampu tak tutup ke? So, because of that incident, every time something happened to me up until now, I had to go to every switch and count 8 and I go even though I tak tekan pun switch tu. So it was bad. So that point I know that memang aku ada OCD, cuma aku tak nak be treated je lah. So for what?
Right.
For what? For what? I know how to deal with it. I just need to like zen myself. You know. So yeah, I do have other mental health and I do know that I need to go see psychologist. It's just I wasn't ready.
But you're fine now, girl.
I kind of like fine. I kind of like
counting
fine.
switches is okay still.
You know? Not when you have like a lot of switches at home.
Oh my god.
Setengah jam bila nak keluar. Nick dekat luar ni. Be cepat. Sabar.
I guess it's important to have a partner who understands this and pretty much accepts.
Yeah. Nak dia kena lah kan. Bini dia tak.
Right.
Dia tu nak buat macam mana?
Nak buat macam mana kan?
Takkan jadi abang Tesla.
My OCD
Yeah.
You have OCD?
You do?
Virgo. Adalah Virgo lah sis, Virgo. Kau faham tak? Virgo ni. She understand. Sagi kan?
I do because my
How
mom
about Taurus then?
Yeah, her mom's a Virgo. Virgos are highly OCD. Oh
Yeah?
my god.
Good, I got friend.
Every morning have to do it a certain way.
Understand.
Like I need to do things a certain way. I need to wake up.
routines and rituals.
I need to use a certain shampoo for 3 days and then I need to move on to the next shampoo.
What? Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Hold on. You're telling me you have all kinds of shampoos.
that you have to
So
alternate.
this shampoo for 3 days, the other shampoo. If that shampoo finishes, I'm not touching that shampoo.
I feel normal.
I feel normal.
And if comes, I need to eat my fries first, and then only I need to eat my burger.
Shut up.
So fries comes first.
And if
Oh my
there's
god,
no
aku
fries,
jumpa kembar aku
kalau tak ada fries, aku takkan makan burger tu.
Without the fries, the
Without the
burger
fries,
is nothing.
No, without the fries, even though there's a burger, there's no burger. Ini namanya sis OCD, Obsessive-compulsive disorder. Bukannya order. Kita nak order tu je.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
This thing is
new, man.
making
This is
me
new?
peluh gila
But I
weh.
really want to know. I really want to know how. How do you get back to balance ni? Now
She
now
orders
that
fries.
Bang, letak fries tu kat dalam tau. Jangan lupa fries jangan lupa fries.
Fries, right. And the
But I
remarks.
feel like that certain things tak boleh ubah tau.
Right.
But then I feel like I'm better in the sense that I don't impose it on other people.
Yeah.
Right. So you just know
I'm
it's
just who
you.
I am. I think it's very important kita tak impose dekat orang.
Yeah.
You need to be like how I am, or you need to, especially when you have a partner, right? Jangan impose your stuff on others. That's not right. So for me, I feel that is it. And certain times I'm like, but I cannot lah. Fries tu tak boleh lah. Tak boleh.
No, fries is mandatory, man.
Ya, tak boleh.
I mean, what is
need
burger
the
without
fries.
fries?
Kita perlukan ni lah. Kita perlukan ni. Be calm.
Definitely calm you down.
Ashwagandha brownie.
Yes, yes.
And I'm
you can
all
have
about
it.
the herbs.
I can learn it now. Sebab aku pun peluh gila. Aku tak tahu kenapa this topic is like...
Macam sometimes bila kita jadi perfectionist ni, kita torture tau diri kita. Like
Yeah.
I remember torturing myself like macam, look at that. That is the worst thing that you can do for this show. Or
Yeah.
you don't practice ni. That's why you did. There's always like this there's voice yang macam it's a bit stern lah. But
Yeah.
it keeps me going. It keeps me getting better. Tapi sometimes when it's not, without the sitting down and look me like really nice talk tu, I think I can never make it. I think
Self-punish lah maknanya.
yeah, it's like macam I self-punish. That's how I start. How about you guys?
For me, I think the awareness is the first thing. I need to know that I'm struggling with that. And then for me, what helps is healthy people around me. And then what we call a mirror holder. So whenever that trait comes out, like my family will say, I see you're doing it again. So they remind me, because when it happens, sometimes we're not aware.
Yeah. True. Having circle
Yeah.
of friends or having a very supportive, a good support system really help. Yeah, that's true. I'm with you.
How about you?
I think for me, we always saying this, we grow older, sebab memang lah kita orang tak reverse backwards, age backwards, okay? Okay, but thank you, sister. You all of you. I feel I learn from my environment, because I think, and I'm coming back to us kerja dalam bidang yang kita kerja, we work a lot with people. Kan? We work a lot with people. We have relationships with people. Ultimately, that's what life is lah. Relationships, you know. And I feel like I belajar from people. I try to be more open-minded and I learn. So contohnya, like when you're doing a show, right? All of you guys, let's say there's a show happening. Tiba-tiba, let's say the sound guy like, "Lama, mic gone. You cannot talk." Like, instead of making it such a big freaking deal, just say like, you know what? Shit happens. Things like this will happen. You know, we are working like sometimes 80-member team, 120-member team. Benda-benda ni akan berlaku and it's okay. It reminds me that people are human. Tak apa. We make mistakes. The most important thing is kita belajar daripada mistake tu.
Right.
Correct, sis.
So sis belajar daripada orang-orang. Jangan mencontohi hanya satu orang. Jangan mengidolakan hanya satu orang, because the rest of the world actually teaches it a lot. You know, even tukang sampah pun can teach us something. You know, not just the kings of the kings, not just celebrities, not just, you know, open your eyes and see people, even the smallest things, you can take something from it. I think for me, that is my way of dealing with it. Really,
That's
over the
interesting.
years.
This whole vibration where you can observe people is a totally different frequency than this other vibration where you just judging people, trying to be hard on people, trying to be like, kau ni tak boleh macam ni, kau ni macam ni, kau patut buat macam ni. There's a lot of should and shouldn't.
I know what I want to share kan. I just returned from Gili Islands. Satu minggu I was there.
Nice.
Hands of 10, sis. Cantik gila, sis. I love it.
I love it.
I know. I wish I could live on. Okay. Anyhow, what I want to share is, you know, we come from an industry where it's all about this.
Yeah.
It's all about this, it's all about this, it's all about this.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the aesthetics, kan? But then, when I was there one week, you know, island people lah, you tahu kan, the life is so simple, it's so easy. They are the kindest sebab they are the happiest because there's no much wants, there's no much needs. They just learn to live and be with everything that they have around their island life, you know. And I think that taught me a lot. Like, tak payahlah nak bangun pagi-pagi rambut tu kena, rambut memang serabut anyway, we just wake up like this. But like, it doesn't have, you don't have to look a certain way all the time, you don't need to act a certain way all the time, just go with the flow. And I think for most people, I think you all watching this podcast, you all might think like, apa benda lah perempuan-perempuan ni cakap, karut kan. But you must also understand, we come from an industry where it's quite extreme, sis. Extremism, and then you go on to the island life, it's also extremism there. So actually, we can relate.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because it's so different.
Yeah, it's so stark, kan? It's like different ends of the spectrum, you know?
Okay, one thing people need to know about me lah kan, like muka aku mungkin bitch lah, tapi I am not a bitch.
Tak lah.
I am like whatever you see.
You're not a bitch.
Muka you sassy.
Whatever
You are
you see me,
beautiful.
aku tak boleh menipu. I don't know how to lie. You know, I don't know how to hide things. And sometimes aku terlampau jujur to a point where people macam, oh my
That's why I
god,
appreciate
I
you.
cannot accept
why
it.
she say certain things. But that is me.
But it's true.
You know, I'm just real. So I'm just dealing with it right now. Like macam, I mean, I wouldn't impose it to other people. I
Yeah.
wouldn't marah other people when it's not up to my standard. But of course, definitely, I would be so disappointed at myself. I'd be angry at myself at that particular moment. But then I will snap out of it. Sebab tu sih sekarang energy healing untuk diri sendiri. I mean, people ask me why do I learn energy healing and Reiki. It's not want to treat others, but
for
it's
myself.
for me. Because I feel like macam, oh my god, too much energy right now. Like I just need to cleanse here.
This is the thing about Nana that
Beauty.
I really appreciate you, Nana. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Thank you so
for
much for
accepting me
sharing.
as for who I am.
Yes,
Not
I
everyone
do.
can actually accept me.
Faham. It's okay.
Too jujur sometimes.
Screw the other people yang tak accept you. We accept.
Bye.
Why having self-compassion tu penting to address perfectionism? This is to me is a core. This is the way, the tool to navigate kalau kita ni perfectionist, and I feel having self-compassion ni is number one lah. Let's talk about why is it important. I keep telling this to my students now. Sometimes I see this in my students also when I do my dance class. My dance class memang passion over perfection. It's not there to be, I told them, like from bila sampai je, this is what I explain to them. I don't want you to be perfect. You're not here to make things perfect right now. Don't do exactly what I do, but I want you to just dance. I just want you to move your body with this basic movement, kan? Sometimes I found my students ni bila dia tak dapat, dia akan hentak kaki dekat lantai. You know, dia akan keluarkan all this lah. But it's all because this is when I can see that you're not being kind to yourself. The students yang excel dalam my dance class, when they excel, these are the people yang memang make mistakes over and over again. They really don't care. They keep making this mistake, and then I slow it down, I break it down, and then we do it again. They will make mistake again. The one yang really excel is the one yang betul-betul make mistake and give themselves the chance to make mistake.
I think mistakes is growth, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Mistakes is definitely growth, and how, I mean, if you're called to be like, okay, a wonderful singer, performer, you're not going to get that tomorrow. But the problem is we are living in a society of express. We have 3-in-1, we have drive-through, we have everything at our fingertips, you know, from Google. So we expect ourselves to achieve that overnight. So we're always too hard on ourselves. So I think like, why do that? You know, it's self-sabotage.
Right. It's not going to get us anywhere anyway.
Sis, for me, we're all gonna die. No one's gonna remember. So
Oh my god.
just be kind to people.
Yeah.
Be kind to yourself. And flow. Itu je sis.
Flow. Wait, what was the question again? Yes, I actually do it daily because every day also kita punya task tukar-tukar kan. And knowing me, my life penuh dengan drama. Sebab drama cari aku.
Yeah.
Anak kucing lah, rumah bocor
Touch
lah,
wood.
macam-macam benda lah. Aku tak ada benda pun. Orang lain orang lain dia benda-benda lain
yang berlaku dekat you.
Betul. I macam, why this thing happens to me? So macam sometimes I need to get things done. Tak boleh. Of course, I rasa macam disappointed, like I said, right? Dealing with it. So self-compassion. I'm just gonna tell myself, you know what? Just take time. Just take your time. Just do it. Tak dapat buat hari ni, esok.
Betul.
You
That's
know,
good.
whoever is going to support me, support me. If I need this time to heal, if I need this time to just myself or retune myself or just like lay low and do whatever lah, you know. Whoever support me, whoever is my friend, then they will understand.
True.
So yeah, it's a daily self pep talk too. Sometimes it's a bit hard lah guys. Sebab kadang-kadang aku macam kena beri depan cermin like, nah, you got this.
You high five yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
And then I talk to my cats too.
I do that.
Yeah, I do that. So macam aku tak ada kawan kan. Macam like, you know when I talk to your friends pun macam kadang-kadang you don't want to burden them because you know they have enough problems already.
Yeah.
So I talk to my cats.
Yeah, animals, the best healers
And
actually.
then I told them like, you know what, today
Didengar,
mommy
Emma,
have to
hari
do
ni
this,
lagi.
so you have to help me with this, you know, like as if I'm talking to other people,
Yeah.
macam myself as well. And I find it really helpful.
Therapeutic lah.
Yeah, very good. So yeah, I mean, self-compassion, daily self-pep talk.
Yeah,
And
it's
having
important.
somebody to talk to basically express. Tak ada, kau make lah kucing. Okay, beli a dog. Kau jangan beli
I rasa expressing kan, you have to express. Jangan simpan kat dalam.
But janganlah physical expression.
What happen if you simpan kat dalam?
I tak simpan kat dalam. I love when I am frustrated, I am angry.
You shout tak?
I shout in my house by myself and I'll go for a run. I will run and run until I let it out. That's what I do. I find that really helps me.
Yeah, releasing is very, very, very important. I've seen people blow up
Jangan
terribly
terpendam,
when they keep it inside.
Have you guys tried journaling?
That's me.
I journal also.
Yeah.
I write. Oh, and then this is
find it
me.
okay.
When I had experienced heartbreak, I become a poet.
Oh, wow, okay.
I become a poet, sis.
I try to
Yeah.
like journal.
Yeah.
Tak boleh keluar satu patah perkataan pun.
Maybe you're not maybe you're an auditory expresser. You know, there's different types of expressiveness. Maybe you're an auditory expresser, or you need to listen to lain lah. So maybe you need to discover.
Yeah, I just feel like journaling really helps me because sometimes I don't know how to express it. Sometimes my feelings need like it seems like they got no words.
But I feel it through your dance.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I
Put it on words, make it a song.
But when I journal,
Yeah.
usually my song pun when I make songs, when I write songs, I actually go to my journal. So my journal is becoming like something that I want to do, not only for me to really put it down so that I can move on, but it's also can channel to my creativity.
I love it.
This is amazing, guys. I am so happy that I'm calling these guests to talk about perfectionism.
All the feels, sis.
Now, is it a weakness or a strength? It's
It's both.
It's both.
I think it's up to you guys, yeah.
It's both because without being perfectionist in something, how can you master something?
Correct. Yeah.
How can you be the best at something? And I'm not talking about the best. Like, how can you be the best version of yourself if you don't have a little bit of perfectionism?
Yeah.
But until it is detrimental to your health, it's good. But if it's like detrimental, something needs to be done. You have to be more kind to yourself. I want last words from each one of you.
Don't be extreme lah. You know, it's like know your boundaries and always have healthy people around you. If they're toxic, say bye. Yeah.
I think kindness, gratitude. You know what I realized? I realized that when you are thankful for everything that you have and everything around you, there is no room for unhappiness. Betul. Tak ada room langsung to feel unhappy kalau you rasa you are very blessed and you are very thankful for your friends, for what you have, your roof above your head, food, whatever. I think practice gratitude, practice kindness to people, and of course kindness to yourself. Live your life.
My not motto lah. I mean like what I always remind myself daily and my nasihat to others, bersyukur dengan apa yang ada. Yes, we want more. I mean all of us have dreams and all of us try to achieve our dreams. But sometimes when things go southwest, east, north, tak seperti yang kita nak, bersyukur dengan apa yang ada. You know, I always remind myself when something I fail ke apa ke, bersyukur dengan apa yang ada. Just work harder. And make sure that next time don't repeat this mistake again. And then be thankful and don't ever judge other people. And I always remind myself about this. Be humble. Macam mana kaya, berjaya, apa pun, be humble. Because you know what, you learn a lot from others. And then you basically akan channel this energy, this good humbleness energy, thankful, like blessed to other people, because we are the ones yang set an example for our future generations, regardless whether your nephew, nieces, whoever your audiences, your followers. So you need to remind yourself to be humble. Aku tak suka kalau macam orang menunjuk apa benda, you know, and then be real. Be real wherever you go. That's it.
This is amazing. Thank you so much, Thanuja, Nana Muhammad, Genervie Kam, for being my guest today at Tenang is Good podcast. I will see you again next time. Till then, take care, guys. And this podcast is brought to you by Become. Bye.
Then I'm good. Bye.